haven't ridden for 15 years. And I used to have GPX 750R. And the reason I got off, one, I had a huge off at about 120 k's an hour. I'm high-sided. I was coming up the Toowoomba range, and then there's two big sweepers, and I was coming up there sort of doing a bit more than I probably should have been, but I just lane split a whole heap of cars because I was stuck behind trucks. Came around a right-hand sweeper, the back end stepped out, and I cracked it open and just power slid all the way around the corner. And I remember saying to myself as I got out of it, and it all lined back up and I kept going, I'm like, dang, I'm getting to be a good rider. And then the next corner it stepped out again, cracked it open, and this time the chain came off and went down the inside of the cog and the swing arm. Got caught on the nuts I hold the cog on, and just locked the back end up, and I smashed my nuts against the tank. I was sitting on the tank and trying to push myself back down, and my legs were slapping the side bearings, and I'm still hanging on the handlebars going, I can save it, I can save it. And I'm pushing myself back in, and I got, you know, just on the crest of the tank, and the thing threw me. Off I went, I was flying over the top, and I came down, landed on my shoulder, and slid up the road. I had leather, I got a leather bib and brace and a leather jacket. Did the street luge, a bike's coming after me, and it goes up the middle of the road, and plastic and shit flying everywhere. Not a scratch on my helmet, because I did this massive flip in the air, landed on my left shoulder, and my arms flapping around the road while I'm street luging down the road. The bike's past me, and at that point I've gone, oh shit, I better grab my arm. I grabbed my arm, and as soon as I did that, I just tumble. Anyway, finally, after being in the washing machine, stopped sliding and rolling, and I got up, sat on the guardrail. You know, my bike's over. It went up the middle of the road, and the camber of the road just grabbed it and bang, straight into a white post. Whatever fairings were left, off they went. So I'm sitting on the guardrail, and the 100 million cars that I passed all drove past going, suck eggs, dickhead. I gathered myself, and some bloke tried to help me, and he was like, hey, your disc's bent, you know. And he's got his jimmy bar in there trying to bend my straight disc. I'm going, whoa. Thanks, mate, I'll sort her out. I turned the bike around because it was pointed downhill, turned it around and got the chain, just reefed it back, and bang, you know, a bit of swing arm went flying. And then I just turned it around again, pointed down the hill, wrong side of the road, and jump started it, put the stand down, the thing started, no worries. I could barely do anything with my left arm. Picked up all my bits of fairing, put them on the seat, rode home, and you know, grass and shit hanging off me and hanging off the bike. I had that stack. And not too long after that, well, I kept the bike and got it all fixed up, and I still rode a bit. And then not long after that, the only bloke I stayed in contact with in the Air Force, he, look at this for a view, look at that, isn't that magic? Beautiful. And I'm sure lots of other people have been through the same stuff, but for me it was the first time I'd ever lost anyone close, and he went for a ride one morning before work and didn't make it to work. He went up the arse of a ute that was turning on the highway. He died before they got there. It really shook me up, and you know, I sort of went and saw his missus and his 5-year-old daughter, and I kept going to see him, but in the end it was really sad. It really hit me hard, and I said I'm never going to ride again. And so I didn't want to do that to anyone. Not that too many people would be that sad to see me fight the dust. I used to ride quite a bit. Had lots of mates who rode. Now everyone's married, and you know, none of them are as reckless as they used to be. Like, subscribe, comment, like and subscribe, or please like, comment and subscribe if you like what you see. Even if you don't, that would be cool too. That would be real rebellion. I'm gonna like this because I don't like it. It's logical.